What's up, guys? This is Kevin O'Toole, and this is my week 1 discussion video for APD1. Okay, so I decided to do an app which I'm calling iMarine, which I did a search on the App Store and I didn't come across anything like that, so I decided to use that for the name. Basically, this is going to be geared towards active duty Marines. Maybe down the road I might incorporate to be all branches, but right now, since I was a Marine, I know the Marine Corps in and out, so this is easier for me to develop without having to do too much research when it comes to other branches, physical fitness tests, ribbons, devices, ranks, and such like that. Um, this is meant more to be a pocket reference as well as a PFT and CFT calculator. Um, Let me get to it. PFT it's an annual thing now that Marines have to do. It used to be twice a year, but now it's once a year. It's a physical fitness test because now the other time of year we do a combat fitness test, whereas we used to do just two PFTs. So what it is, they're going to click on the PFT calculator. It'll take them to here. They'll input their information, male or female, because that changes how you're scored. Your age changes how you're scored also. And then they input the number of pull-ups, crunches, and their run time. And then altitude, which I have U and O just for my reference, but under is under a certain altitude or over a certain altitude, which will also change the way it's scored. What they do is they'll put it in here, and I forgot to put the little calculate button down here um, on my little display here, but there'll be a calculate button underneath here, and it'll generate the results, to give them their status, whether they pass or fail, their class, first, second, or third class, and then their actual score. This helps them, especially if they're enlisted Marines, by a certain rank. It'll help them with their composite scores. It's for, promotion and everything like that. Um, uh-oh. CFT calculator here, same thing. It's a little bit different information. They have movement to contact, ammo can lifts, and maneuver under fire. But the same thing, they're male, female, age, altitude, it all goes into play. These two, though, it's just for the first week, it's just going to be static information. I'm just going to design the layout of the screens, but that's it. I don't plan on working on any of the code for these two the first week. It's going to be a lot of handwritten code because I got to get all the different scores for their run time. If you run at 1801, it's one type of score. 1802, so between certain numbers, however many crunches you do, however many pull-ups. So it's all going to take into effect. It's going to be a lot of if statements for this one. The ribbons, metals, and devices. These are all going to take them to a table view. Right here, I'm just going to go through the ribbon one. It's going to have an image of the ribbon and the ribbon name. And the ribbons are going to display it in order as they would be worn. So they can scroll through the list and see, where it's at. Possibly down the road, either with a premium version or just offering a free version, I'll have it where they can click each ribbon in the list. It'll have little check boxes of what they have, and then they can click a display button, and it'll display the ribbons as they would be worn. It's very helpful, especially when you're trying to get your dress uniforms ready, and you have a ball, and you're trying to refer back to lists of how your ribbons are supposed to be displayed, and double, triple, and quadruple checking yourself. So this is definitely going to be a help. Then we can come back. Devices are going to be the same way. And then clicking on any of them gives them information. The devices, the ribbons, it's all going to do the same thing. So we're going to go back here. We can go back to the home screen. Rank, I'm going to have it where there's a bar, which is supposed to be at the bottom of the screen. Obviously, I didn't adjust this screen right for this prototype tool here. But the bar at the bottom of the screen is going to have, USMC enlisted, USMC officer, and since the Marines are a department of the Navy, it's also going to have the Navy ranks here. And it just makes it easier. Marines, after time you just get to know it, but you don't see the Navy that often, so you always get a little bit confused with some of their ranks. Clicking on those also will take you to a detailed view. The general orders are just Marine Corps general orders, which will be just listed there for you. It just gives them an idea. You always forget them after boot camp, but then you're always reminded of them, so this will definitely be helpful. I have a bunch of other things I am, planning future-wise to add to this app, especially if I do end up deploying it on the App Store. It'll have like knowledge questions and stuff like that. Marines are always going up to boards and stuff like that. So it's all a lot of stuff that's going to help them. But for right now, this is where I plan on starting for the first milestone, which I don't know if I'm setting myself too high. I will have all 4 of these screens working: the ribbons, devices, ranks, and general orders. Um, at least that's my goal. We'll see where I make it. But other than that, I hope everybody's doing well and look forward to next week. Talk to you later. Bye.